Today we may have energy stirring within us. It's creating a tension between our thoughts, our words, our actions. Perhaps we're caught in a cycle of overthinking something, second guessing ourselves. Or our plans seem to be brilliant one moment and they're very impractical the next. It's almost like our mind and our actions are speaking two different languages, leaving us unsure of the true direction to go. And in this lack of harmony lies this chance to uncover something extraordinary. It's an opportunity to find clarity and cohesion by listening to our inner self, to go in search of the true roadmap to our future successes. So join me as we embark on a journey of self-discovery. We will gain an understanding of how to embrace this energy. And by the end of our time spent together, you will have discovered the tools, the insights you need to walk forward with the confidence, with the clarity, with love. So hi, I'm Tilly. This is Tarot with Tilly. Thank you for being here. Truly. Thank you for all the positive, loving support you send me each and every day. I look forward to all of your comments, and I'm not sure what's happening if you're trying to comment and they're not coming up, or you're just not talking to me for whatever reason. Leave a little emoji or a hello or something in the comments if you could today, a little comment. Maybe write down one of your intentions for the new year of what you're saying on a daily basis and inspire some other people here. Okay, to move forward, but I don't think I'm getting the messages for some reason, so let me know. Anyways, did I introduce the date? Welcome to your daily focus, January the 7th, 2025. We'll start with the numerology, the 7 energy. The 7 energy is about creating a balance, harmony, deepening bonds, growing the love in our environments, in our relationships. It's a time when we find ourselves compromising. And when I say compromise, I don't even think that should be a word, because we usually end up giving something away that we needed or we wanted, but we give it up so that there is peace, so that there is harmony, rather than arguments and bickering. And, the 7 energy asks us to make sure that we are not compromising, but we are collaborating. Collaborating where it's a win-win situation for everybody involved. If we look at the daily numerology, it'd be a 1 plus a 7 plus a 9. That gives us a 17. And the 17 is making the impossible possible. To know that dream, that passion, that desire that you have in your mind of how your future is supposed to look, how you want it to look, is not there by accident. It's there for a reason. It's there to inspire you, to move towards that, to align yourself with that. So don't listen to people who tell you that you shouldn't or you couldn't or you mustn't, because they simply do not have the same pictures in their mind that you have in yours. Okay, it's about believing in ourselves. It's about having a faith, reigniting ourselves with passion. 1 plus 7 is an 8, and that is about growing our prosperity, our stature within the community, within the home, perhaps, at work. Our sun is in Capricorn. Our moon is in Aries, and I think it's right up till about supper time, like shortly after 5 p.m. The moon will move into Taurus, okay, Eastern Standard Time. Now, Mercury quincunxes Mars. And instead of taking so much time here, I'm going to try and be brief with the transits here and allow more time in the astrology video, which is usually released around 10 o'clock. So let me know in the comments if you're open to this change, if you like this change, if you prefer me to do the long method. I definitely will care. I just feel that the videos are getting quite, quite lengthy, okay, and nobody has that much time. So if I broke it up, I thought between 2 videos, maybe it'd be easier for you to take it all in. So let me know. Now, when Mercury quincunxes Mars, it creates this fascinating yet this very challenging dynamic. Okay, now what is a quincunx? Because I don't think I QUINCUNX, because I just don't like saying the word. I find it hard to pronounce, so I usually bypass it. That's usually when I say, Mercury and Mars are talking in the sky today. Anyways, it's a 150-degree angle between two planets, okay? And it brings with it an energy to adjust or to compromise between the energies of these two planets. Now, Mars is in retrograde, and it has just gone into Cancer, so it makes this transit less about immediate action, more about thoughtful and reflective adjustments. So if we got this when Mars was direct, we'd be all over the map. It'd be a much harder energy to actually deal with than where Mars's position is at right now. Right now, we can use it as a great tool to grow our strength. So stick around and learn about that. We have Mercury, our thoughts, our voice, our communication. Okay, talking to Mars while it's in retrograde in Cancer. And so it gives us time to look back at our words, where we have spoken boldly or carelessly. We've acted boldly or carelessly. And we've ended up in the wrong position because of just being so impulsive with those things. And this is where we can gain an understanding of some of our triggers, what some of our triggers may be, and more importantly, to understand how to go forward in all of our conversations without letting in that, it's usually anxieties and fears that bring up this anger and this frustration. Okay, remember that in anger, your speech will be the most impressive, best speech you've ever given that you will regret for the rest of your life, okay? Once you allow frustration and anger to take voice over calm, cool, collective, you've lost. You've lost. You might as well walk away the minute you hear that anger, because you've already lost. So we want to, examine our past and learn how to, put into place a security net of sorts. Maybe it's counting to 10 or slowing down the processes to have all the information in front of us prior to entering a conversation. Or perhaps it's tempering our excitement of an idea until we have a strategy in mind. You ever have a great idea and you say it out loud and everybody starts, asking questions, and you weren't ready for those questions, so now it just seems like a complete disaster. It was probably a great idea and you had every right to be excited, but you moved too quickly without having the strategy in mind of how this is doable, how you can actually accomplish. So it's a great time to incorporate mindfulness into our day, to give ourselves time each day to look at some of the conversations we need or want to have, and use the space to ensure that our words are inspiring rather than impulsive or hurtful. Okay, so if you want to know how that works in your careers and financial and relationships, watch the video out at 10. Let's go straight to the cards, shall we? Okay, underlying energy for today is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands symbolizes that our horizon is expanding, that there are so many more opportunities and adventures and learning experiences available to us, relationships that are available to us that we're not seeing, and we have to stop. We have to look at that horizon and start to envision all the many ways that we can go forward. Okay, and so our path might have started quite narrow here. We thought we were going to do this, okay? So it's like you wanted to write a book, and you figured it'd be about 120 pages. But once you started going, there were other things to take into consideration. Now you had a chapter on this and a chapter on that and a chapter on that. And oh, don't forget this. This will bring it all together if I talk about this in a chapter. And wow, I never even thought of including this, but this would make a great chapter in the book. And pretty soon you got You got release 1, 2, 3, and 4 in front of you. There was so much more that you could include into that. So, or let's say you want to be you want to help people. Okay, so you went first. Maybe you thought you were going to be a nurse, but then you thought doctor, and then wow, from doctor you can go into surgery, or you can go into the brain, or you can go to the heart, you can go to the throat, you can go to just about any point in the body and be a specialist in one of those areas. And so you see all the extras start to come into focus now of what that little tiny thought of I want to do this in my life can expand to several lives worth of walking past and learning and growing and learning and growing and evolving and learning and growing and evolving. So we want to remain attentive. We want to pay attention to what is being shown to us right now, what thoughts we have. Okay, we have a lot of energy in Pisces, so we want to pay attention to that. Yeah, we want to pay attention to our dreams, waking and sleeping right now. Absolutely. That inner voice whispers in your ear. You have a dream and all of a sudden it's this aha moment, or you wouldn't believe what we were doing in this dream, and actually it's kind of a good idea now that I'm thinking about it. So pay attention to what comes to you. We have the Four of Swords as our first card, which definitely tells me that we need to rejuvenate ourselves today. We need to rest, we need to recuperate, we need to take time out, we need to take off our armor, we need to hang up our weapons, we need to lay down, we need to allow the past to stay in the past, to release it, to let it go, to envision our new beginnings, to get excited about our new beginnings, and to allow the healing in. This is a day to be cautious in our steps. Accidents can occur quite easily on days like today. A small health matter could turn into a very big health matter if you are not proactive in dealing with it. So if you are kind of worried about something that's going on within your body, then seek out a professional, please. Don't just hide from it. It won't go away. I had a chiropractor. He had a thing on on his waiting room wall that said, "My 5 favorite words are maybe it will go away. It's paid for many a vacation. Thank you." And that's always stuck in my head. That yes, when we put it off, we only make things worse. And it's about looking those kinds of things directly in the eye and dealing with it. And we can forego a lot of unnecessary treatment later on if we are proactive and we look at it now. So if there's something bothering you, by all means, this is a time when we want to take care of our health. We want to make the right health choices. It's also a time for rest and reflection, to let go of the past, to allow forgiveness in, to leave it in our rearview mirror, and to prepare ourselves to walk into the bright sunshine that's awaiting for us. Going into new paths that we are accomplished already in the knowing of how to navigate this path somewhat. And yet it opens up brand new things that we've never really discovered until this moment in time. We have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. This is another rest card. This is a card that says we have been through the fires. We have been through the chaos. We have been through the turmoil, the lessons, the struggles, in order to be in the here and now and to feel strong in the here and now. But we're not feeling so strong in this picture. Now remember, this is not a 9 energy. This is a 10 energy. So the 10 energy is what? The wheel is always turning. The 10 energy is new chapters are starting in our life. What do they look like? Those swords are not in your back. That's one of the reasons I love this deck, is because of how the artist portrays this. Otherwise, there'd be a pool of blood in front of us. They are behind us. They are our shield of strength. The wisdom that we've gained, the knowledge, the clarity, the understanding, the compassion, the empathy, perhaps, in order to be able to go forward with a newfound strength. And we don't feel the sun breaking through the clouds yet, but we will. And when we do feel that sun starting to warm us, starting to allow the light back into our world, our bodies, our life, our heartbeat, we brush ourselves off, we stand strong and tall, and we go forward with a dynamic energy. So don't rush things today. This is all saying to sit and wait, watch what's being shown to you. Absolutely. The Eight of Wands is all about watch what's being shown to you, what's being put into your path, however subtle it might be. There's something being put into your awareness. Pay attention to it. Four of Swords is all about healing, regeneration, rejuvenation. Ten of Swords, all about feeling the sun, feeling the light, understanding that we can do this, that we've made it. For all that we have gone through, we are strong in who we are. And then we have the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords is very much a card that says do not let other people try and sway you into maybe their dramas, their agendas, telling you that what you're doing is not the right way, but you need to listen to them, for they know the way. The people that tear down your dreams or tear down your self-confidence, puts doubt in your path. You want to protect yourself from these people. You want to make space. You don't necessarily want to fight with them, but you are setting healthy boundaries with them. And when we do this, it's almost like our vibration or our light gets that much stronger. And all of a sudden, the people that are like-minded, that think like we do, have the same kind of goals and aspirations as we do, start to show up in our life. And those are the ones we walk forward with, hand in hand, down the beach. Well, we're not hand in hand here, but going to create together, to manifest together, to make things tangible, to create beauty, harmony, love. Okay, we have maintain your childlike spirit, the 27. 27 is a 9 energy, so isn't it that funny how I was saying with the 10? It's not a 9, it's a 10, because we have the 9 energy here. The 9 energy is about releasing and letting go, so that we're not dragging that forward, so that we have space for the new beginnings to come into our world. Maintain your childlike spirit. I think with the rest of the cards here, it's reviving our childlike spirit more than maintaining it. We want to revive it. We want to jumpstart it. We want to celebrate. We want to feel alive. We want to dance. We want to sing. We want to celebrate this life we've been given. 27. And the 27, if you look at just the 27 on its own, it's about things are growing and blossoming and maturing, and where we have put our attention is where we will get the great successes, the fruition of our hard work. And if we haven't been doing the work, now's the time to start. And that's whether or not you're trying to create a business or create financial security or create a strong relationship with somebody else or good health. It doesn't really matter where you're applying this energy, but, this is the energy that we need to apply. And you know where it is in your life. Nature holds all aspect of light. This light is the same brilliant light that shines out of every child while they are still in touch with the magic of the world and nature. Find the innocence of your childhood light within you. Reconnect with it. The light represents your virtue and holds the memory of perfect trust, fearlessness in others, and total self-reliance. It will allow you to see the world with the eyes of a child. You will be excited to learn new things every day. How much happier our world would be if everybody reconnected with his or her purest essence. So, connect with the true you. Authenticity. And sometimes we just don't know. Life takes over. And I remember the first time I had a vacation on my own, no kids. Okay? Nobody else with me. But I had spent, by this time, a decade, 2 decades raising children. 2 decades, I think, at this point. And I thought, when I went to put on the music, I thought, what kind of music do I like? Like, I play that music, and yeah, I'll listen to it, but more what the kids want. What kind of food do I want to eat? I go to these restaurants because I usually have the kids in tow, so I got to look at price point, and if it's something that kids will want to eat, and what do I want to eat? And I went for a couple of weeks, and it was. And the more I started to ask myself these questions about certain things, the more I inquired about other areas of my life and why I did what I did. And do I really enjoy it? Do I really? And I did this. I unplugged from the world and took 2 weeks. I probably popped in here a few times, apologizing that I wasn't present. But in all, I was working on me. And out of it, I gained clarity, absolutely. But also, it took me a while to answer some of those questions. Took days for some of those answers to really, so I could define them. So I could be authentic. So I could say, well, if I had one kind of music to listen to, it'd be this. Or if I had one thing to eat, it'd be that. And it's because it's who I am. It's what my likes and my loves and my passions. Balance with the moose. I don't think, I know where I was, and you have to drive through moose territory. I tell you. There's a couple places I would love to live, but they have moose. So I would never want to. I'd be terrified of driving. Because the moose always wins. Okay. Where there's moose, there's really big bears usually too. Okay, balance, release, recalibrate, dignity. I am only one, but still I am one. I cannot do everything, but still I can do something. And because I cannot do everything, I will not refuse to do the something I can do. Moose tells you it's time to realign your purpose. By looking within and noting what you are doing outwardly, you will begin to see where you need to recalibrate your life. Oh my gosh, if this isn't the astrology, I don't know what is. Balance is key to enjoying your life, but many times it's lacking. You may feel as though you are on a teeter-totter. Sometimes moods go up, sometimes down. Don't allow the brief moment in time to destroy your balance. Moose walks with dignity. It is a time for you to hold your head high and stand tall, just like the Ten of Swords tells us as well. Okay? We will be able to brush ourselves off and stand strong and stand tall for who we are, where we're going, what we love, what we like, what we have a passion about, what dreams we want to make a reality. And it all really starts with just loving you and slowing it down and taking the time to process some of the things that we were never taught to process. Making the pathway open up to grand adventures and opportunities. Until we meet again, remember, I do love you.